All right, here we are on January the 7th, and yeah, I'm still lingering with a bad cold, so bear with me. And went down this lead. This is part two of the 123T plasma cutting torch for that Powermax 600. And let's see if we can tip this down here. Yeah, maybe get a little bit of zoom here. Yeah, we're all right. I had went down the lead and I found one little nick in the lead. Well, you know what? We got to investigate everything on this thing. So I went ahead and marked it, and the surgical removal, and the wire had gotten blistered just barely, but it's not a culprit. Yeah, I'm using the eye part of the needle to pick this up. And I thought maybe some reason it had fused two of these together. But there is no bear showing, and it barely blistered this rod. So we're going to eliminate that part of it. We're going to put this back together. We'll address that hole there on the inside, not the outside, inside, and then we'll rewrap this all up with good electrical tape. That's not the culprit. So let's lay this in here down, and got the switch, and got it clamped off down here so we can do this a little bit of a demonstration. When this collar comes up and touches finger tight, she's right against the plastic part of the handle. No over torque, no nothing. And then here is the lead that goes over to the plunger. Not doing a very good job of twisting this, but all right. That's where this micro switch hooks in. And you'll notice there's only two prongs. One gets eliminated on the outside. And you can hear it click. See if we can get focused. Clicks just fine, and it works fine, and it ohms out fine. So does the switch. And I'm not going to sit there and hook up a bunch of alligator clips and show you how to own them. But when I put air to the solenoid through right there, that center is the air tube. And I'm going to do this off camera. I'm not going to fire up that noisy compressor. And when I do it, this plunger activates exactly like it's supposed to. But what I'm finding is that we're going to use one of the leads off the torch. Let's remove this over out of the finger's way. The travel comes up and hits that housing with the tip screwed completely in, and it barely can activate that micro switch. I'm thinking that's the reason. As soon as I screw the nozzle out, the plunger goes down. Now it went down probably 30 thou. Now you can see I have more travel, and that's the reason I'm thinking these guys are backing this off. We've got a either a dilemma with the parts fitting it. Let me lay this down a minute. Let me get the diagram and turn this around so y'all can see it. This part right here may be too long. Don't know yet. Got to do some more investigation. And that is part number 573 or 433. They are exactly the same. One's for gouging and one's for thinner metals, one's for thicker or for gouging. But I have a stinking feeling that the tips I've got in here are letting that micro switch activate improper. Let me get back here. We're going to use, like I say, and not engaging the micro switch right. So this being part 2, down in the comments, anybody that's running this and they're backing off the nozzle, the outside shield, with all the other consumables in it, something is not kosher here. 10-4, it's not kosher. Now I've gone through the trouble. Let's see if we can get this maybe up a little bit. But we'll do it like this so I can see. Gone through and have checked every one of the wires. That little burnt spot in the lead was not it. Everything is functioning. Switch. This is the 123, handheld torch deal. The 123M would be like you put on a plasma machine, which has a vertical straight nozzle on it instead of being over at a 45-degree angle. So it's not that. And I went in this morning and refired up, and I found a revision, a hypotherm, this diagram right here, and this is mine with the 6 male prongs, male to female. So I got the right diagram, and that made a whole world of difference. When I pull up that revision showing this older schematic. And one of the things I found out is that micro switch, and of course the regular switch is in the handle, but with the 6 leads, and now I've got a better chance to chase it all the way back to the process board. Now, could have an issue with the process board. That's going to be a part 3 for sure. And so this being January the 3rd, the 7th, we're still scratching the old noggin up here and finding out. But right now, I'm going to put this back together. Got to get it back out in the shop. Definitely got to have minimum 90 psi air pressure, and I got good dryers, and that's not the problem. I'm not going to sit here and fire up the air compressor again. I already did that. It's too noisy when it kicks on. Plunger works great. No leaks. No leak squirrel. You found that splice. So everything is working like it should. So if this doesn't do it, it's going to be into that, motherboard. And then we got another can of worms to look at. So this little short today is going to be quick, and anybody that's out there that's working on these 600 older discontinued machines, please put your comments down below. I'd appreciate it, and I appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe, and follow old Bear's Rod Shop, because we're not going to give up on this torch. We may end up having to put it back again on the back burner. We just don't want to. So let me get rid of the visor. Yeah, that thing's making me sweat. Please, comments out there. I got enough tags in there on the video that it should bring somebody's attention to the 600 Powermax thermal hypothermia old machines, 1999. They have been discontinued, not disconnected, but discontinued. And we're going to be out of here, and hopefully we get some good feedback. Wherever you're at in the world, you be careful. Come back and visit Bear's Rod Shop, and we're going to keep on struggling with this torch till it fires and starts cutting again. We're out of here.